my friends. How you all doing? Well, I'm in the cellar, the man cave, the wine cave and the tobacco cave as well. Well, I wanted to tell you about a little project I did in a quick video. May I introduce Thor's hammer? So I wanted to do have a go at making a pipe, you know, but I'm not a very gifted craftsman, so I cheated, right? So I bought one of these Molino blocks that is drilled with the stem already, you know. So that helps, you know, it gives you a great start, and the drilling was actually perfect on this block. 30 francs, and you know, I looked at Amazon and other places, they're about $30 or something like that. So I got it in Switzerland at Tabak Fabrik Roth, which is only about an hour away from me. So and I looked at it and I thought, it's a huge chunk of briar, and what we do is we carve it, you know, we carve it and carve it to something like that, you know, or I must have thought for about an hour, why do we do that? Because briar is valuable, and I like thick bowls. A lot of briar absorbs moisture and keeps the smoke cool, and for your hand it's great. And I looked at this block over and over again and said, I like it how it is. So if you're a pipe maker, you shouldn't watch this video because you'll be horrified. But I looked at it and I thought, Thor's hammer, that's what the shape is, and I will just smooth it, clean it up, and sandpaper it and give it one Canova wax layer, and it will be perfect. It's a perfect sitter, you know, and you know, I'll show you a couple of photos here, but the grain is quite lovely. I think, you know, for 30 francs you're not going to get absolutely fantastic you know, grain, and you will have some imperfections in the wood, you know, that they would maybe reject in making a pipe, but for me it's lovely, you know. Every time I throw it, it goes back to me. So I thought Thor's hammer is the name of this pipe, you know. Using my Pioneer, I think it's the 50s, but it could be even earlier. And what am I smoking? Of course, my favourite blend, Sir Walter Raleigh Aromatic. And so far it's smoking absolutely gloriously. So here's a little video, just a minute or so, showing how I actually sandpapered this and coated with carnauba wax. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm in the wine cellar, or the tobacco cellar, or the man cave, you know. But outside I have taken the block of briar, the ébauchon, and I've actually smoothed it, and with sandpaper I started with the Dremel, yeah, my good Dremel here, but that cuts a little deep, and you end up trying to remove the scratches you put on the briar. I'm sure that every pipe maker would say you have to sand it with different grades of sandpaper, because then you can feel the briar, you bond with the briar, and there's something in that, you know. I really enjoyed handling the briar, and gave me this. So from that picture that you saw, was pretty well what I got from Tabac Fabric Roth, 30 francs. And I saw in Amazon and other places you get about $30, something like this. But the crude one with not smoothed. And as said, I just wanted to keep as much briar as I could and get to the grain, you know. So I've hummed and hawed, should I leave it like this, natural, or I give it carnauba stain wax, you know, which usually shows the grain in more contrast, and you can see it more clearly when you've done that, and it's a little smoother and nicer to handle, and a little bit more attractive, I think. So I hummed and hawed, because I was thinking just to leave it natural like this. You could do that. By the way, it's an excellent drill from Molino. You can't really see it. There it is. If I go down though, if you actually go the right level, it's not 100% perfect, but it's pretty close where it should be. And if you look at where it is in the bowl, it's pretty well perfect at the bottom of the bowl. So you know, this is almost ready to go, and I will put the emulsion carnauba wax, which you've seen in one of my videos. This is a solution, emulsion, that you can buy, and you dilute it, and I've been using this steadily on my pipes to protect the top, you know, from the flame, and when they get a bit dull, I put another coat of this on. So I'll use this and show you the result in a minute. So I'm back, and So I put the block here and painted it with the carnauba wax, and in this case I did polish it with this little soft, with the Dremel, you know. This is quite soft, so I was careful, of course. You see a bit of carnauba wax here on top. And then I polished it with this cloth, you know. It's nice and soft, and this is how it came out. I think it looks better with at least one first coat of carnauba wax, and it's very smooth, easy to handle. It actually dries incredibly fast, this emulsion, and in theory that's ready to be smoked in, you know. I don't have a charring tool to do this here, but I've smoked a few Savinellis with this raw briar, and yeah, you know, you have to smoke it 5 times, and then the char is there. I'm quite happy with this, you know. I know I shouldn't, it will shock many pipe makers, but I love this big chunk of briar, and it's a perfect sitter, you know. You can't knock it over very easily. So of course for 30 francs you're not going to get perfect briar with all these little imperfections, you know, but it doesn't bother me at all, you know. And you can see here and there little grain patterns, you know. So I'll let you know how it smokes. So the whole project was about 2.5 hours, you know. I used the Dremel and then I gave up using the Dremel to clean it up and get the stains and the dirt and all of it. And you're better with a couple of grades of sandpaper, and a fine grade is what you need to just round the edges. It was the sharp edges I rounded up to make it comfortable in the hand, and that took about an hour and a half, and then just finished the carnauba wax and polishing that, maybe not even an hour. So, you know, and there it is, Thor's hammer. I'm just wondering how to engrave it, and I think I'll use a Dremel with the thinnest drill, which you could practically engrave with it, and I'll practice on a bit of wood and see if that works, and put my initials here and Thor's hammer on the bottom here. Maybe put a little luminous paint in the engraving. Could be an idea, you know. The draw is very easy, 9mm of course. I know I shouldn't be delighted with this pipe, but I am. I'm totally delighted with this. And maybe this is a new shape, Thor's hammer, you know. Didn't exist before. Anyway, I just thought I'll share that with you. Take care, everyone, and have a go at making your Thor's hammer for yourself. Cheerio, and look after yourself, and bye-bye.